So as you can tell by the thumbnail, this video is not going to go how I expected it to go, so I just wanted to give you the heads up. The video is going to start in one way, and certainly it is going to end in another. So enjoy the ride and enjoy the failure. This week, while shopping around at my local train store, I found this Woodland Scenics product called Easy Water. Well, that leads directly to the question, if it's easy water, how easy is it? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Garmin. This, of course, is the Storycraft Society, and this week we are going to be continuing our series on crafting all the terrain that you'd need for a Lost Mine of Phandelver adventure. Specifically, we're working on Wave Echo Cave. Now, the next room that I have to do is room 10, which is the dark pool, and I will say this is a room that typically I would not craft if I was DMing. It's one of those places where there's no monsters, it's easily described to your players, and you can have a role-playing encounter there that doesn't require having terrain on the table. But I am a tryhard and I'm making this series, so I'm making everything. Now, typically on the channel, I've used Lexel to do all of my water effects, although I've also used UV resin in the past, and both of those are fine. Lexel is a little harder to work in deeper areas, and the UV resin is really expensive. And it made it easier that when I was in my local train store this week, I found this Woodland Scenics product called Easy Water. So when I saw this stuff and it says that it dries in minutes, that really grabbed my attention and wanted me to start trying it and seeing how it works so you don't have to. So let's dive into it for this week. We're gonna start with the preparations that I made to get ready for this video, and then we will jump into testing out the product. Now, the first thing that I did was I made the actual cave room. Now, the reason I didn't do this on camera is because it's very similar to everything else we've been doing here on the channel. Quickly, you want to sketch out the shape of the cavern room before you cut it out. You can use a lighter to burn out the waterways, just like we did in Cragmaw Hideout, and then you can paint it up basically the same way that we've painted all of our cave terrain here on the channel. Now, when I opened up my package of Easy Water, I realized that there was a set of special directions inside, so we're gonna go over those as well, because I think that that's an important part to getting ready to do a project like this. Let's see. Oh gosh. Well, clean up on the craft mat. So here are some instructions. Prepare water area. Seal water cavity to prevent seepage or air bubbles rising into easy water. Paint sealed cavity with acrylic paint and let dry thoroughly. The illusion of water depth is enhanced by different shades of paint. Hey, I did that. Let's go. Prepare and pour. Melt easy water in a clean and dry disposable or dedicated metal container. 1 second. I have returned from the store and I have purchased a container. Actually, really important, this little pouring nozzle I think is going to be really important to buying a metal container. And I think because of what it says in the instructions here, I'm going to leave this as like my dedicated easy water pouring thing. So if some stays melted in there, that's okay. All right, moving on. While easy water is setting, shape ripples using a heat tool. That's not gonna happen because we made our piece out of foam, and a heat tool will 100% melt this. Oh well, we can use Lexel for that. All right, we have our stuff. I gotta clean this up, and then we can start messing with our product. I actually realized that I forgot to go over the prepare and pour instructions, so that I feel like is pretty important for me to talk about. When you melt it, you want to use a clean, dry, and disposable metal container. That is where I messed up last time and stopped. Minimum depth of 1/8 of an inch. Now that's going to be interesting for this, so I hope that that works because I think I've got less than 1/8 of an inch in certain places. Using a burner or hot plate, melt pellets slowly over medium heat. Using a disposable utensil like a craft stick, stir gently to avoid unwanted bubbles. When easy water has liquefied, remove from heat and pour immediately into water cavity to desired depth. All right, now that our stuff has all liquefied up, this is what we have. I'm going to move y'all over to the crafting desk and then I'm gonna get to pouring. I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I was nervous. Hopefully you're enjoying the video so far, and sorry for the interruption, but I wanted to take a second and give a quick shout out to my friends over at Neverland Games. So if you ever find yourself in the area of Western Maryland in the United States, you definitely want to stop in and say hi. Neverland Games has an amazing selection of board games, Warhammer, tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. They have a huge selection of die-hard dice, objectively the best dice in the whole wide world. And even if you aren't going to be in the area, you can check them out at their website. I will link all of that stuff down in the description below. But like I said, it's a great group of people, and if you're ever in the Western Maryland area, you should stop by and pick something up for yourself. Trust me, it won't be hard. They've got a great selection. So with that said, let's jump back into the video. Well, that is an ultimate failure. Holy crap. Well, I think the term is everything is content. Damn. That sucks. Well, that was eventful. I don't really even 100% know what happened, although I guess mixing something that was that hot with foam, you know, certainly makes sense that it would melt, I guess. Ooh, it's crazy. I mean, as soon as I poured it, it just right down through the foam. I had a layer of Blackmagic Craft base coat under there. I thought that that Mod Podge would, you know, do a little extra sealing or something. But I mean, it just ripped this thing to literal pieces. It just cracked up and melted away. And okay, well, let's go with the fact that I don't think that this is a good review of the product. User error, this guy, should not discount the product. It dried right away. You know, it was really, really, really hard, really quick. Of course, once it cooled down, there's a lot of air bubbles in it. But then again, I would bet that the air bubbles are probably the result of all of the foam melting underneath and letting a whole bunch of air up above. I guess we're gonna be doing this video again, maybe trying a different product, because I work with foam. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of words other than sometimes you mess up, sometimes it's a failure, and that's what experimenting with new products is all about. And we learned something. Do not use this product if it is going on to foam. Or maybe there's somebody out there who can tell me what I did wrong, and then from there, maybe I can try again or something. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Certainly this is not the video that I intended to make, but I assume by the title and thumbnail, it will be the video that you signed up for. So I'm not too upset about that. Anyway, Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching me miserably fail, please consider subscribing, like, comment, all that stuff. Share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. And until next week, I guess, I'll be seeing you. All right, next week, take 2.